The James Webb Space Telescope has seen something totally surprising in space: brilliant lights that look a ton like the lights in towns on Earth. These lights are coming from Proxima Centauri b, an exoplanet 7 trillion miles away. Are you prepared to confront what's past the stars? Might we venture to contemplate what it would be like to find a civilization that isn't our own? What might they at some point stow away, and what does this mean for the fate of humanity? Signals between stars highlight alien life as individuals all over the planet attempt to sort out what this astonishing revelation implies. The James Webb Telescope's latest readings point to something beyond irregular light. Could these be deliberate signs from a very advanced race on Proxima Centauri b? Each glint and move quickly over this tremendous distance makes people keep thinking about whether we're going to make the main finding in mankind's history: contact with another world. Individuals used to think this piece of space was unfilled and calm, but now it seems like there may be life there. With each new snippet of data, we draw closer to potentially changing the past. Stay with us as we dive deeper into what the James Webb Space Telescope found. Each new finding could help us answer the deep-rooted question: are we alone in the universe? The telescope investigated the infinity of space and tracked down something intriguing on Proxima Centauri b, a distant exoplanet. It found lights that seem to be those from cities on Earth, which suggests that there may be a civilization on this distant world. Many specialists are extremely intrigued and excited about this thought. They could have finally found the proof they've been searching for. Intelligent creatures are out there and may be running their networks in ways we've never considered. Astronomer David Kipping of Columbia University said that the planet where these lights were found was exceptionally complex. This world is convoluted because its relationship with its star, Proxima Centauri, makes it behave differently than most rocky planets, which absorb light and emit infrared energy. But this isn't the only interesting thing about it. The James Webb Space Telescope made a finding that shows how valuable this device is. These bizarre lights were tracked down thanks in large part to the telescope's capacity to detect infrared light. This shows us how substantially more we still need to learn. We need to understand what Proxima b's intensity signals mean and to think about what its atmosphere may be like. Researchers need to continue to utilize this camera to find out more about the environment of the planet and check whether it may be home to life. The James Webb Telescope is especially good at capturing infrared light, which lets it see what Proxima Centauri b does at night. Many space telescopes have trouble seeing extremely faint lights in space, but the James Webb Telescope can detect even the smallest glimmers. This makes it an excellent method for checking whether the city lights that are supposed to be on the dark side of Proxima b are real. The telescope can pick up on any man-made lights in space that emit waves at a very specific frequency that is much lower than the frequency of stars. The star of Proxima b is extremely close, so from the solid sunlight, many solar panels would gather energy on the side facing the star. The edge of that side that meets the dark side would also reflect some light. As Proxima b orbits its star, it goes through constant cycles like Earth, with hot days and cool evenings. The planet's temperature changes a lot, generally due to what's actually underneath the surface. For example, if Proxima b doesn't have an atmosphere, there would be an immense change in temperature between day and night. Without gases in the atmosphere to moderate these extremes, the side that is hot during the day would freeze at night. Cosmologists are interested in these large temperature variations because they can reveal things about Proxima b's atmosphere. Since it can take very good infrared pictures, the James Webb Space Telescope can measure how hot the planet is, which tells us a lot about its environment. This part isn't the most interesting, but the orbit of the James Webb Telescope around Earth lines up with the orbit of Proxima b. This lets it observe the constant patterns of Proxima b every 11.2 Earth days. The next thing to do is to check Proxima's composition to see if it can support life. Oxygen, water vapor, and methane could be signs that the planet is a suitable place for life to exist. If these elements are found on Proxima b, it would strengthen the case that it can support life. This would lead to more measurements and investigations of the light that passes through its atmosphere. The idea is that the James Webb Space Telescope can look at a couple of the nearby worlds that could support life. The Very Large Telescope (ELT), which will start working in 2028, will provide specialists with a better view of many more planets. The ELT should help us get a clearer idea of what the atmospheres of distant worlds are like and how likely it is that life could survive there. People in the scientific community are excited about what the ELT and other future telescopes will find. The James Webb Space Telescope is still a valuable tool for studying worlds beyond our solar system. It continues to provide us with useful information that could change how we think about the universe now and in the future. Despite its challenges, as we move on to the next part, we will continue to break down these intriguing results, drawing closer and closer to what could be a gigantic discovery. The advancements in technology for space telescopes and new space cameras will aim to diminish the brightness of stars so it is easier to see the planets that orbit them, like putting your hand over your eyes to help you see better in the sun. These innovative cameras will be better able to capture the faint glow from distant planets by reducing the brightness of the stars. Researchers can study the atmospheres of these worlds and check if they could potentially support life. Of course, this is certainly not an easy task. Researchers must be extremely careful to differentiate between gases that come from natural sources, like volcanoes. Ejecting gases that come from living things. They want to completely comprehend these faraway universes so that they would be able to track down indications of something going on under the surface without being tricked by regular events. The James Webb Space Telescope makes it possible to discover new things. In the future, we are getting better at grasping the higher perspective of the world and our place in it as we continue to explore space. People have always wondered if they are the only ones known to man. A lot of specialists are still keen on this question. The JWST is currently examining various planets and moons to find signs that life could exist beyond Earth. An increasing number of people are starting to believe that there may be life in different parts of the universe. They are becoming more and more excited about the possibility of discovering life on other planets. The quest for extraterrestrial intelligence was initiated by Jill Tarter and Thomas Pearson, two American researchers, in 1984. They set up a non-profit organization to search for radio messages coming from space in hopes of receiving something sent by intelligent creatures. Radio waves are used because the messages can travel vast distances without losing strength. At the center of their work is the Allen Telescope Array in California, which is composed of 42 radio telescopes. SETI has been listening for over 30 years, but they still haven't found any clear indicators of extraterrestrial life. However, Jill Tarter remains optimistic. She believes that a major discovery may be just around the corner now that technology is so advanced. She thinks that everyone on the planet should collaborate to find out if we're the only ones in the universe. NASA recently announced that the James Webb Space Telescope may have seen something that resembles city lights from a nearby planet. This has made people even more excited. The JWST, which is 1,000,000 miles from Earth, is crucial for exploring space. It sends back a lot of data about the oldest pieces of the universe. This data is intended to help us discover things we've never seen before. We can learn more about how galaxies, stars, and planets are formed by studying the light from stars and planets. Using the JWST's advanced instruments, such as its accurate camera and special filters, the telescope assists researchers in determining the physical and chemical composition of distant worlds by focusing on specific types of light. This isn't the coolest part, though. The JWST does more than just look at different planets. It also studies their atmospheres, searching for even the smallest indications of life. The Webb telescope is opening up a new era of discovery since it can explore the universe like no other telescope can. Researchers have recently made some astonishing discoveries in the universe. They were surprised by how much more stuff they found hidden in vast galaxies than they had previously thought. Scientists are having to rethink what they assumed they knew about how the universe began and how it has changed over time. With each new finding from the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, we explore the farthest reaches of space and what kinds of life may be out there. Extraterrestrial life has been found in new ways. Researchers are venturing farther into space than ever before with the help of the JWST. They are gathering facts about distant planets that could help them answer fundamental questions about these worlds. Not long ago, we knew very little about worlds beyond our solar system. Astronomers have discovered more than 4,000 exoplanets that orbit different stars since then. This is evidence of a strong love for learning and innovation that has developed over time. NASA believes these discoveries are just the beginning and that there may be trillions more exoplanets still to be found. As researchers continue to explore space, they aim to find places where extraterrestrial life may exist. There are times when they uncover signs that point them in the right direction. For instance, the Galileo spacecraft discovered something serendipitously near Jupiter that suggested there might be life there. A biosignature, particularly the vegetation red edge (VRE), was detected for the first time. This was a significant achievement. This method checks how light reflects off objects to find signs of life. Now that the JWST is fully operational, it can search for life on other worlds by focusing on planets that orbit their stars' inhabitable zones. Furthermore, if these indications of life are confirmed, the VRE could change how we search for intelligent life beyond Earth. This could usher in an exciting new era in space exploration that takes us to parts of the universe we know little about. Consider this: as sunlight moves through the atmosphere of a planet, it separates into different frequencies that are absorbed by molecules and atoms. We can use a technique called spectroscopy to study this interaction's unique spectral patterns, which are akin to a fingerprint. Researchers are confident that planets bathed in starlight will provide the JWST an exceptional opportunity to analyze this light as it passes through their atmospheres to determine what lies beneath the surface. These discoveries are vital. The James Webb Space Telescope could be the most significant tool we need to figure out what's in the atmospheres of distant worlds. The atmospheres of planets about the size of Earth are primarily composed of oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. These gases could potentially support life, but if odd or unexpected compounds are found, it could mean that there are other living beings or even advanced civilizations out there in the universe. As this chapter of our stargazing journey comes to a close, we are still on the brink of making new discoveries in the next phase of our space exploration. Venture away through the edges of space, and astronomers would have significantly more options if they made this kind of find. It would allow them to delve deeper into the mysteries of the universe. Climates of different planets and the probability of life past our system. Numerous groundbreaking thoughts strike a chord when we contemplate life beyond Earth. These thoughts are altogether different from what we have some familiarity with regarding life on Earth. The majority of the time, we imagine that life needs a gentle climate to remain alive. However, reality might be significantly more complicated. Contemplate extremophiles, which are microscopic organisms that actually thrive in circumstances that most living things would find terrible. Extreme heat, up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and extremely acidic environments with pH levels below 3 are not an issue for them. Their endurance demonstrates how adaptable life can be, even when things are extremely harsh. We are still searching for planets where humans can live, and finding life in peculiar places makes us reconsider what we assume we know about the universe. But this is just the beginning. Space is extremely large and filled with various phenomena, so our quest for life beyond Earth should be expansive and intensive. We should start by searching for planets like Earth that orbit stars like our Sun. Doing research is significant, but it is also crucial to be open to new and different ideas. One area of exploration is planets that orbit red dwarf stars, which are common in the universe. Although these stars aren't as hot or bright as our Sun, they still present interesting places to study how life can exist in different settings. Since red dwarf stars last a lot longer, there is ample time for life to evolve in new and fascinating ways. Let's take a look at the TRAPPIST-1 system. The star is a faint red dwarf, and its 7 rocky planets are actually similar to Earth. 3 of them are believed to be in the habitable zone, which means that water could be on their surfaces. Despite the fact that TRAPPIST-1 is a smaller and cooler star than our own, life could still be able to survive in its gentle light. Researchers are studying the light from this star to figure out more about how life may be on these planets. The James Webb Space Telescope recently found that this group of stars is 41 light-years away in the constellation Leo. This makes it an ideal subject for further research. This wasn't the most surprising part, however. A NASA scientist and the lead researcher from the University of Colorado, Boulder, Howard, talked about how excited he was about these discoveries. He said that the JWST has shown us a lot of new things about planets around different stars that have climates like Earth's. He emphasized how important it is to be aware of these stars to fully understand the worlds that orbit around them. A star called Proxima Centauri stands out because it is so close to our Sun, just 4.25 light-years away. Seeing this star from Earth without a telescope is difficult because it is so faint. It's not very bright. Therefore, any planets with life would need to be much closer to it than Earth is to the Sun to remain warm. As of August 24, 2016, researchers were confident they had found Proxima Centauri b, a planet similar to Earth. This planet is in the habitable zone of Proxima Centauri, which is the star closest to our Sun. It has around 1.3 times the mass of Earth and orbits its star much more closely than Mercury orbits our Sun. Its tight orbit means it may have liquid water and even life, as the temperatures there could be just right. It wasn't easy to find Proxima Centauri b. Cosmologists used very delicate instruments to see how the planet's gravity caused small changes in Proxima Centauri. Because the star is so small, its light is very faint, which made it hard to detect. Until this significant achievement, Proxima Centauri's Goldilocks zone is where the planet rotates. This is the region where it's not too hot or too cold for liquid water to exist. However, there is a challenge. It is known that Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf star, emits strong flares, exposing the planet to more radiation than Earth experiences. These flares could damage the planet's atmosphere and make it less capable of supporting life. Finding Proxima Centauri b is a major step toward understanding the world better and gives us hope that we can find more planets where life could exist. Researchers can hardly wait for new telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope and tests to be built so they can delve deeper into the environments and conditions of different worlds like Proxima Centauri b. However, this discovery makes us wonder more. What makes Proxima Centauri b the way it is? Could it support life? The goal of future missions will be to find answers to these intriguing questions. With just the right amount of light, it is possible to melt the ice and perhaps assist life to begin on the planet. Proxima Centauri b is extremely close to its star, just 4.6 million miles away, and it orbits the small red star Proxima Centauri. Because it is so close to its star, it is in danger, which could make it difficult for living things to survive there. Proxima Centauri's strong solar winds are a significant threat, as they could strip the planet of its atmosphere. Despite these issues, Proxima Centauri b receives a perfect amount of light to keep its surface warm enough for liquid water, which we know is vital for life. Since Proxima Centauri b is so close to its star, something known as tidal locking occurs. In other words, one side of the world is always illuminated while the opposite side is always dark, much like how the moon's surface always faces Earth. Proxima Centauri is a small star. Nevertheless, it still emits enough light and heat to make life on Proxima Centauri b possible, much like it is on Earth. What if the lights on Proxima Centauri b aren't actually indications of an alien civilization? What if they are simply natural phenomena or optical illusions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like and follow for more.